Monster Hunter World is the 5th generation to be released by Capcom on PS4, Xbox One, and soon to be PC. As kind of a disclaimer, this review is purely based on my experience with Monster Hunter World and being a completely new player to the series. If you'd like to see how the game is holding up to standards of veterans players like Brantley, Vaughn, or Fish, Bonus XP Episode 2 is available now on SoundCloud, Google Play Music, and iTunes. There are the opinions that compare the past games to this. I'll make sure to leave a link down below for you guys to check it out. It's very hard to just start, so I'm going to try my best to be as structured and clear as possible. I've done reviews in the past, but this game has so much to it, so I'll try and cover everything in a short amount of time. The game is jaw-dropping. From the encounters with these massive monsters, the complexity of the gear, the amount of quests that you can do, fantastic storytelling, and just the world itself. As a new player and awaiting the arrival of Monster Hunter World, I was quite nervous to pick it up. The game does a fantastic job in ushering new players and assuring them that there's time for everything. Just relax and do what you want. This feeling of freedom to do exactly that, whatever I wanted. From the get-go, the character customization is pretty straightforward as you create your hunter and trusty sidekick. We're introduced to a brand new world and a brand new story. When it comes to the story, it's pretty straightforward. Without giving too much away, you're pretty much tasked to go to the new world. And along the way, you meet big ol' Zora Magdaros. Throughout the game, while taking on hunts and side quests, you start to investigate what Zora Magdaros is doing in the new world. That's my shitty attempt at a synopsis for this story. The story lasted me about 40-ish hours, which is pretty damn good for a story mode. Now to dig deeper into this monster of a game. The only thing to really expect from Monster Hunter World is just that. You hunt monsters. Big, crazy, beautiful monsters. Keep in mind you can play this game solo or with friends. Whatever your choice, Monster Hunter World keeps the game difficult without punishing you. Being behind everyone else at EzXp, I was discouraged at first. Yet doing most of the story by myself, it was the perfect balance of difficulty and fun. The areas are vastly different from one another, from flourishing forests, desert wastelands, beautiful ocean-like scenery, and rotting plains. Each area is unique, with its own unique habitat. The variety of monsters that you encounter and hunt never felt stale. Yeah, sometimes they use the same model for some monsters, but they behave differently, they fight differently, and they react differently. They have their own agenda, their own routine and path. It's very impressive. And to top it all off, this isn't just a battle against you and every single monster in the world. It's a territorial battle between the monsters themselves. I just want to show you this clip, and this is the best way to describe what I'm talking about. It's my favorite moment in the entire game, and experiencing this is just, I just don't know how to put it in words. Remember, this isn't just the first time this happens. This is something that happens constantly. In every area, it's different monsters trying to fight for their turf. This is more than just basic NPCs with simple code. It's complex. Let's move on to essentially classes or playstyles. There are 14 different weapon types in Monster Hunter, and there really isn't a wrong choice. This is another benefit to the new players of the series. Although some weapons have a sort of player skill type introduction, you can really do whatever you want. I've mainly been using lipo gun and have been having a blast with it, but if I wanted to switch weapon types, I'm not really punished for doing so. There could be an instinctive moment where I would want to go melee and be totally fine, and I'm honestly still not tired of lipo gun, but I'm definitely considering using something else. Insect glaive may have to wait. Imagine hunting a monster and boom, you just opened a new weapon tree. And this happens for every big monster you take down. Armor is the exact same way. You kill a monster and a new armor set is available for you to craft. It's a lot to take in, and to add on top of that, you throw in crafting items. You can pretty much pick up everything, and all items are useful in the sense that all of it can be crafted into items that you can take on your next hunt or adventure. Instead of grinding for a bunch of money to buy items, which on a side note, If you're ranged, you have a lot of different ammo types, so buying it is super expensive in early stages. Quests are split up into 5 different categories: assigned, optional, investigations, deliveries, and bounties. Each useful and not really a waste of time. Pick up some investigations, do optional or assigned quests, and on the way to your quest, just pick up shit for your investigations. Deliveries are nice types of quests that can help you upgrade your cantina, open up new camps in areas, or give you some nice rewards. Bounties work the same way, and you have a certain amount of times to do said quest and grab rewards at the end when you complete it. Like I said, you can do whatever you want. If there is anything you should finish first, it's the story, so you can get into the high rank fun. Now to Palicos. Palicos are the best NPCs in any game ever. Not only are they the cutest things on the planet, but they can literally be your lord and savior in a pinch. Donald Duck lightning bolts instead of heals you. Pretty much the worst NPC. Your Palico heals you right away, sets up more healing because it's a bro, and then puts monsters to sleep so you can get some more damage in. Palico can knock your ass out of a stun and save you from death, all in a time frame of 5 seconds, because Palicos are the best. Also, look at the armor. It's so cute. Don't take your Palicos for granted. They are the best and are sometimes better than your own actual online friends. As I've said many times before, no game out there is perfect. Monster Hunter is not an exception. Doing the story with friends is pretty miserable, and the fact that you need to watch every cutscene without the ability to skip is pretty annoying as well. Although the game has the feature to join a hunter guild every time you complete a quest with friends, you essentially have to leave the party, post another quest, and have everyone join again. The gathering hub is pretty much useless, no one really starts there, and so there's really no reason to go there. Even though the weapons can break into different trees, it's still missing a key component: variety. Most of the weapons look the same, although they are increasing in stats, it just doesn't improve in appearance. I feel it was a missed opportunity to really make different trees show improvement. You have all the time in the world to do whatever you want, yet even with the tutorials, the different use of items is glossed over. There's so many items in the game, it's super overwhelming. For a new player who has no idea the exact use of each item, it's a rough start. The game is beautiful, the story is great solo, but a hassle with friends. The amount of customization to armor and playstyles is fantastic. Although there is a complex system of gear, weapons lack in that category. Many features of the game are left unexplained, and items can become overwhelming. Monsters are the right amount of difficulty and fun. I went into this game as a fresh player to the series. I didn't expect a lot, and honestly I expected not to be my type of game. But the fact that Capcom has put so much work into this game, the monsters, the world itself, and literally just helped me out and let me experience it at my own pace, I love this game. I'm impressed, and if you haven't already picked it up, I recommend it fully, and as a new player to any other newbies in the series, go ahead and play it. It's honestly one of the best games out there right now, so do it. As a whole, we gave the game a 9.8. Thank you guys, I hope you enjoyed this review on Monster Hunter World. Like I said, this is a hefty game, and I hope I explained everything as clear as possible. There's so much to the game, I'm pretty sure I missed something, but really though, great job Capcom. And if you're playing the game, make sure to leave a comment telling me what you think about the game. Honest opinions. It's, this is just one review. If you don't like the game, you don't like it. I would like to see other people's opinions on this game. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do what you can. Anything helps. And if you want to support us on Patreon, we're Patreon at EzXp Podcast. And for only $1 an episode or $1 a month, your choice. It really just depends on how much you want to support us. You'll get a bunch of rewards, like all of our content early. Sometimes we'll have some special rewards during certain months. You will be featured on our podcasts. And if you're just finding us on YouTube, we do a bi-weekly podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, and pretty much any external podcast app that does have RSS feed. And so we pretty much talk about our opinions on games. We throw in our news stories that we think are interesting in the industry, and of course all the games that we've been playing. So thank you guys so much for watching another review, and we'll see you next time.